once again here with your favorite team in the whole world. You have Lizzie.
Liza.
And Kenley.
Woo woo! This week we are going to talk about our top flower varieties that can do all the things and all the stuff.
Well, I
that
feel
we
like people ask us so many times, what are the top flower varieties to grow?
Mm-hmm.
And what do we need to ask? Oh God, you're both looking at me like,
What do we need to ask?
but we need to ask, what are you using them for?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I wouldn't have picked that up even
No.
if I tried. We were like, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, okay, so we get asked that question a lot. And how do you actually pick what the heck it's going to be?
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about the top flower varieties for your garden? Are you talking about the top varieties that are pretty, the top that smell good, the top that press well, the top that have great stems for arranging, the top that are for farmers market bundles, the top that are for vase arrangements? Are you like
weather tolerant?
Yeah,
Mhm.
what are you asking? And that doesn't even cover, obviously, because we don't do that, but it doesn't even cover anything that you would like buy to put in your garden.
Mm-mm.
So
No.
how do you pick? So I think we should just talk about the top flower varieties that we love.
Okay. So we'll talk about it. I'll do it from a wedding perspective, from a floral design perspective. Clearly, we've planned this out very well. Kenley, which direction do you want to go?
Growing. How easy it is to go from seed to in the ground.
So you're going to talk about it from the perspective of germination rates?
Like seed to stem? Easy?
Yeah.
Or...
kind of a mix of all of it. Because
Can we just talk about each season and just talk about the flowers?
Yeah, are we doing 10 from each season, or are we doing
God,
10
I don't think
total?
we need to do. This would be 900 hours.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, it definitely would be.
Let's do a couple from each season.
Okay.
And then, yeah, we can go from there.
Mhm.
Does that work?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, ready?
Mm-hmm.
Spring, because it's the first season.
Yeah. No, early spring? Or spring into summer?
Yeah.
Because that's one of my favorite multitude of seasons, is the spring into the summer.
Yeah, which is for us in Zone 7B, which is late May, early June. Is like a good 3 weeks where we have everything and it's wonderful.
Like, oh yay!
It's just like magic. It's just magic.
Yeah.
You wait and you wait. For us, the very, 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 very first thing that blooms outside of the hoop house, because the hoop houses give us shoulders on the seasons and we can throw a little extra in there. But I think the very first thing that blooms every year in that field for us is ageratum. That's always the first thing that gives us a little bit of color. You're looking at me and thinking,
Ageratum, it's a summer flower.
Yeah.
Agrostemma.
Okay.
I was like, because I remember last year I was like, Kenley, when's the ageratum gonna get taller? And it was like the middle of summer. I was like, are we talking about spring? I'm confused. It's clearly been a long day.
Yeah, this is not our usual 7 o'clock in the morning where we have nothing else on our minds.
No, it is currently 2:10 on a cold Friday, snowy, icy afternoon.
Little insight. We're sitting next to the fireplace.
It is nap time, people.
Yeah. It's nap time. I can take a nap.
And Cora is curled up between Kenley and I on the sofa, sound asleep.
Yep.
So yeah.
Yes, agrostemma.
Let's try this again.
So although not probably one of my top 10 flowers to grow that we use, I will say there is some versatility in that we will sometimes use the greens for, we'll just use the flower without it even blooming.
Okay.
As a green.
Explain what agrostemma looks like.
It's a fleur and it's purty. Agrostemma is also known as corncockle. It almost looks like a morning glory on a long stem because of the way it unfurls and opens.
Yes.
And it comes in how many colors?
Hue.
Me too.
White and purple.
Yeah, it's very fragile.
Very fragile.
And the bloom time isn't great, but on a stem it has multiple blooms.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So one turns off.
Do well in the heat
At all.
or
No.
out of water, and we
No.
push it with Oasis from the wedding perspective. But still,
Yes. Yeah. No.
it's a water loving.
That's a last minute addition the morning of into Oasis. That's
Yeah.
not something you can do ahead of time.
No.
At all.
It's and even from like a germinating perspective, it germinates probably like 80%, but the rate from it going from the tray into the field, half of them die.
Yeah.
And although they love water, they don't like to be sitting in water. You have to have a well-drained soil for
Yes.
them. And we learned that because one section of the field is particularly full of clay, and they
all died.
and they didn't just like shrivel up and die and blow away. They were like,
they literally like broke off at the base, and it was like
they like rotted.
Yes, it was like
so weird.
You came in the one time, and Kenley was like, "What ate?" and like just snapped off like the flowers. And we were like, "What are you talking about?"
No, and I drug those two out with me, and I was like, "Look at it!" I was like, "I don't know what happened," and then we started to like actually see like the tops of the plants just laying somewhere else, and we're like, "What?" So it wasn't a rabbit eating it. It wasn't something like, and there was no like
through it.
There's no breakage. It was
Right.
like it just rotted. It was like extreme root rot that like came up into the stem.
Yeah.
It was weird.
Yeah.
And I took it in for testing
Mhm.
because I went to
Flowers are
extension and I was
fuzzy.
like, "What the heck is this?" And they're like, "Well, it could be, but the more
But we don't
look
know.
through-
My favorite. Well, it could be, but we don't know. We're like, that's why we came to you, because we don't know what it is. We need your help.
I need your special science."
Yeah.
So agrostemma is awesome because it's one of the first of the season, but it's definitely not a staple.
No, the amount of times I've come to Liza and like, do we have to grow this year? And she's like, yeah.
Because we use the greens.
Yeah, we
I
do.
think we use the greens more than anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so not that one. How did we even get there?
I don't know. You started talking.
Oh,
So our top varieties, not all.
Early spring.
early spring.
Tulips, obviously.
I miss our pear tulips.
Tulips, but I feel like tulips have such a dark side. We're going to do a whole podcast just on tulips.
Yeah.
So stay tuned. Tulips. Dun, dun, dun.
No, definitely tulips, but your favorite is the big ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had those from like the beginning of time.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Those,
stunning.
and I love the little. They're not like typical Easter.
What's
Like
the lips one? There's a lips one that she likes.
it's the pink and. Hey guys, Lizzie here. I bet you didn't know this about me, but I am gluten-free, and one of the things that I struggle with is going to the grocery store and finding the foods that fit my dietary needs. What I have been doing for the past couple of months is ordering from Hungry Root. Now, Hungry Root is an online company where you can order groceries off of their website. It's full of produce, crackers, cookies, to muffins, to meats, and all the different types of snacks and things like that. They have made my life so much easier in the process of finding foods that fit my dietary needs. There are filters that you can adjust, such as non-GMO, dairy-free, gluten-free, paleo, different preferences and things like that. So what they have done for us, because they're such a generous company, the Hungry Root team has given us a 40% off discount code on your first box. So if you use the code FLOWER40, and that's capital FLOWER 40 at checkout, you will get 40% off your first box. I'm so excited to team up with these guys. They've made such an impact on my life in the morning and to my day-to-day life, and I hope you experience the exact same thing that I do. All of the information will be linked down below, including the link to where it should already be pre-applied to your cart when you hit the link and go to their website, and I will also add the code at the bottom for easy access in our show notes. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and enjoy your first box through Hungry Root. Has like the fuzzy ends to the petals.
They're ruffled.
And they're super bright and like neon. Not the parrot, but like
big lips, fuzzy lips, hot lips.
Fuzzy lips, huh?
But they're like maybe 2.5 inches.
The
You
really,
like the
really short
cubed-
ones.
Yeah, she likes the cubed variety.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're called. My favorite is,
I just like them because they're bright.
Bonjour.
I think, hold on.
Is it Lupa?
No,
Oh,
not
it is Lupa.
Bonjour. Yes, no, that's
Yeah.
not the variety I'm thinking of. I
Okay,
can't remember what
so
variety I
fun
like.
fact, the varieties of names of tulips are really fun.
Yes.
Like whoever names tulips really has fun with them.
Yeah.
So it's not just like, you know, the pink
Blue star.
Yeah, no, it's very, 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 very cool. Like all the different kinds of names. So again, we're gonna dig into that when we have a whole episode. We'll do a little mini.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do a mini on tulips in March or something like that.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah. So I feel like tulips is one. I feel like another one that's a big one would be ranunculus.
Yeah.
Ranunculus is a huge one.
Mhm.
And I
That's
feel
my
like
top flower for sure.
100%. I feel like ranunculus beat out anemone.
Yeah.
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 Especially the color varieties that you can
Mhm.
get,
I
and
mean,
the ruffles and the patterns and it's
mhm.
a lot.
No, I feel like ranunculus are one of the top flowers just overall that have the most amount of varieties in them.
Yeah.
It's
Just under their
insane.
belt.
Yeah.
Like unless it's blue, I think they probably have every color
Yeah.
that you would want.
No,
Or,
100%.
Like, so they have white, they have red, they have orange, they have every color in the rainbow. They even have some like funky green
Mhm.
colors that are like
And
ruffled.
and they have like the open habitat, they have the more closed, they have extra petals, less petals.
Yeah.
Like there's
Yeah.
so many different ways that they grow. I feel like they're almost mini peonies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Lots
You
of
know?
propagation and sciencey lab stuff, I'm sure.
Yes,
Mhm.
cross pollination,
Yeah.
genetic, genetic modification, GMO.
Mhm.
Technically, if you're modifying it, it doesn't have to be that you're inserting a fish gene into a plant cell. It could just be that you're cross pollinating
Yeah.
to make others like varieties.
Yeah. The bees do their jobs.
Dahlias do that a lot.
Yeah, they do.
Yes.
Yeah, dahlias all the time definitely do that.
Yes.
All the time. And without us even asking. Like this past spring with the ranunculus, I think we had one plant specifically, but I know our order was kind of messed up anyway, that it was white, and because we kept waiting and we waited to pick them because there was someone who in a wedding that could use them. I can't remember what color they were, but we had like two random plants, two totally different colors. One that was like a perfect peach tone, like to a T, what everyone sees on Pinterest. Absolutely beautiful.
And they opened perfectly.
Yeah, they were perfect, but they were tiny and they were sturdy. So I don't know if it was for like boutonnieres or corsages or a crown or
The stems weren't just sturdy, but they were like thicker.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, by a long shot. And then the other random ones that I know that I don't think I've ever seen or ordered, or that you've never ordered, were the white, really light, ruffly ones, but they had like pink lines in them. It was like a variegated funky. I was like, oh, Kenley, or like the girls will come up to us and they'll be excited to show us, and they're like, look at this. I'm like, oh my god, and then we like get so excited. And then sometimes we don't give them to anybody, and we just put them on our little extra bits vases, and they live their life for the next 2 weeks, and that's it.
Yeah.
So sometimes we're picky.
Mhm.
Yeah. And something like that, that's like a onesie twosie, an outlier like that. It's hard to use. And then
Yeah.
okay.
It either works perfectly or not at all.
Yeah.
Some of the dark
Everyone's
purple. There's not a lot of people that want dark purple in like April
No.
or
Every
May.
once in a while, I run it over to my mom, and I'm like, "Look what I got for you."
Yeah. I know she gives it a good life.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'd say tulips, ranunculus,
Snaps.
snapdragons for
I
sure.
forget how early they come sometimes.
Yeah, because of the hoop house. If they were just outside, we wouldn't have them so early. But definitely,
Especially the
definitely
ruffled
snaps.
ones. The candy
Yeah.
apple are my favorite. They smell so good.
They really do smell good.
Mhm.
They really, really do. That's something you walk past. And you're like, "Ooh."
Mhm.
Yeah, the wind will below, and you can smell it if you're really close to it. It's really cool.
Yeah.
They're pretty.
Yeah.
They're very, very pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah. I feel like early spring snaps have some of the best stems.
Oh yeah.
Like all of our snaps have great stems, but those in particular,
Well, they're so much sturdier.
yeah,
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
it's so different. Their growth habit is so
Yeah,
different.
they're not like filled with water and super fragile and
Yeah.
easily breakable, and they're long and tall and strong and like hardened off by like the little bit of chilliness that they still get. So I think that's definitely helped them a lot. Oh, and I think I'm jumping a little bit further ahead, but with spring, one of the flowers that we had for the first time last year was campanula, and I was floored at what we got.
They're like my new favorite flower. I love them.
Because they're beautiful when we get them or used to get them from the wholesaler, because there would be someone that would specifically ask for it. They wanted in this one arrangement or their bouquet or whatever, and we would get really excited because they're tall and they're cupped, and you can take the pieces off and put them in boutonnieres, and you can just squeak by with putting them in boutonnieres. You have to like tuck them up in. You can't let them like sit on the end, or if you know that they're going on the back of somebody's jacket or
They
vest
need
or
more
shirt.
support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll get like a little bit droopy, but they're already kind of fragile anyway. But
Mhm.
we got a
If
lot
you
from
if
the
you
plants.
place them
Yeah.
strategically, you can use them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, from the little, we planted a good probably 3 trays out there, and I would say like probably 20% of them died just because of the winter. They get cold, they die off.
Mhm.
But we got so many from them, and they just kept blooming.
Yeah, because we would get the long shoots in the center, and then we had like a not like a lull, but there was like a break for
Yeah.
like a week maybe,
Yeah.
and then their shoots came up.
Yeah.
It wasn't like lupin. We talked about that this morning.
Lupine.
Lupine, sorry. I'm so used to it. I'm just gonna call it lupine. It wasn't like immediately like a day later you would go out and check, and then you could see how many more were coming. It was like it would drop off.
Yeah.
There was nothing.
Mhm.
You're like, well, I guess it's done, and then it would still come back.
Mhm.
Another flower that was a little bit earlier than campanula are peonies, and we are
Yeah.
very, very good at growing peonies.
Yeah.
We are good at that.
We can brag about that. We rock at peonies.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah.
You know what I'm very curious to see this year is our larkspur.
Oh yeah, since it
I missed
snowed.
it so much last year.
Yeah.
It
God,
was
we used
so
to have
dry last
rows
winter.
and rows and rows of
It
larkspur.
was magical.
We would have
Absolutely
buckets
magical.
of it.
It was to the point that year, because it had never grown at that level, that we were like, what do we do with all of this?
Yeah.
And that's actually how we started drying.
I was gonna say that's how Etsy came along for us.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I remember
I was like, oh my God, what do we do with that?
So,
We
like,
don't
this-
want
I
to throw it
feel like-
away.
so like this is the thing with larkspur. You have one day where it's all green and there's like a fart of buds. And there's like a couple here and there, and you'll have like maybe one bloom, and then a couple days later you'll have like maybe half of a bucket, and then you get like a bucket full. You're like, okay, like give this like 4 days and the whole freaking thing's gonna be blooming. So we waited. There was nothing, and then one day we woke up because I mean we would go out and cut, and it just looked like color threw up everywhere.
Yeah.
Between the dark purple, the pink, the bright hot pink with like the tie-dye streaks in it are my favorite. I love them. And it was like a sea. And we're lucky because it's chillier. We would cut a handful, put it on the ground because it wouldn't wilt until it got hotter later in the season. But we would still cut it all and then go back up I almost said the road, up the row. We would go back up the row and pick up like 2 or 3 bucketfuls of larkspur and then put them in the buckets just because you would just sit there and cut. You talk about wholesale.
Yeah.
It was
was.
insane.
Yeah.
It was insane.
And they're tall. Like they're
They're
not
really
like
tall. They were taller than you.
yeah. I'm
Just very
5'1"
tall.
3/4. 5'2".
I'm almost a whole foot taller than Lizzie. That's
Yeah, pretty much.
oh my god.
But yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah, they throw up
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
Love the larkspur, but for me personally, one of my favorite things is I love our foxglove.
I was just
Yeah.
about to
There's
talk about that next.
something about foxglove that is so, it just, I go back to my, okay, I'm a nerd and I love to read, and it just reminds me of the place that you would find fairies dancing.
100%.
Like those are the flowers that they would put in like Barbie movies when I was a
Mhm.
kid. Like good old Fairytopia chilling.
Yeah. When I first started working here, you had some foxglove, and I had never seen it before. I was fascinated by it.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous.
So pretty.
Well, you can't get it from wholesalers because they don't last.
No.
You can't go get it from like a Kingstown or Lowe's or Home Depot because it's just
Not
not.
blooming. You can get the plant and then you just kind of hope that it works. But
Yeah.
they're a biennial. You have to know how to plant them and grow them. And
Yeah.
they are
Yeah.
just that pink,
Mhm.
that really cool. And you look inside, you can see the throat, and it's
All the
just
spots and
Yeah.
poisonous.
Yeah.
They're
It's
poisonous.
very
Okay?
poisonous.
Okay, I was going to say it was like they're like
Larkspur and foxglove both have
and
signs.
ranunculus.
Well, larkspur and foxglove have the signs on the packets of seeds.
Yes.
All parts of this plant are poisonous.
Yes.
Seeds, stems, leaves, flowers do not ingest.
Yeah,
Ranunculus.
the foxglove. The rabbits do not eat the foxglove.
No, they leave it
So
alone.
they're very smart with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
Very
leave it
poisonous.
alone.
Yeah.
Very poisonous.
It's so pretty.
It's gorgeous.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Some people actually are freaked out by it because of the like dots up the throat of the flower. Some people I don't like that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Weird.
I think it's
Mhm.
cool.
I think
I
it's
think
awesome.
they're so pretty.
Yeah.
Love foxglove.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Absolutely.
It's just so magical.
Mhm.
And I feel like we've learned too where they grow best because we've been hoop house for so many years. And then I think last year was our first spring of like actually putting like a full row of it
Yeah.
out in the field. They got a little messy, but I think it was because of the weather,
Well, and it was interesting too. We learned with a foxglove that
which was by accident
yeah,
because they
oh,
reseeded
yeah.
next to the poppies or something next
I
to
don't
the
know if
hoop
they
house.
reseeded themselves or we just didn't cut them in time and then they flushed again in the fall, or
Yeah.
I don't know
Maybe.
what happened.
Mhm.
But we would be looking for things and I'd be like, well, go cut the foxglove. And people would be like, what? They're like, go cut the foxglove.
Mhm.
It wasn't a lot, but it was enough to be a little tiny accent here and there,
Yeah.
which was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
it was, I don't know, neat.
Yeah. There's a lot
Very
of color that you can get in foxglove too.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The
Huge
purple.
variety. That peach.
Yeah,
is
the peach
just,
is
Yeah.
beautiful.
yeah.
I've seen white. I don't think we've ever grown white.
I
We
tried
have some.
to last year. The packet lied to me. They're a biennial. They will not bloom on their first year. Most of the flowers that we grow, yes, all foxglove is a
Was that what
biennial.
was in the hoop house? Okay, because I
Yeah.
can figure out. I was like waiting for these like foxglove to bloom, and these other peach ones are like killing it, and these other plants are
No.
living their best life.
It was supposed to be the white ones, but it said will bloom first year. No, it did not. It lied to me.
Okay.
Yeah, but no, all foxglove is a biennial if you leave it in the ground. But certain varieties that we grow will bloom on their first year. We can grow them as annuals, which is very nice.
Mhm.
That's true.
Yeah.
But they are a pain in the ass to pull out of the fabric because they're
Uh-huh.
so thick.
Mhm.
So
That
thick.
and they're a pain in the ass to try and germinate. Their germination rates are one of the worst for us. They suck, and their seeds are like dust. I have said this in multiple podcasts before.
Yeah, you have.
And in some of the blog posts and everything.
Mhm.
If
Yeah.
you want your sanity to stay with you, don't try to germinate foxglove.
Just sprinkle it on the
Yes.
top. Like, good luck.
Yeah. For the people that don't know, what does biennial mean?
Biennial means that it will bloom every other year. It will skip a year, take a break, focus on growing its roots and foliage, and then the next year it'll produce a flower.
I'm so proud of you.
Ta-da! So I'm sure some of you were thinking like, man, I don't know what that means. I bet we gotta look it up on Google again. Oh my gosh, blah blah blah. So there you go. There's
Yeah,
your
don't do
your
that while you're
question.
driving because
You know.
nope, biennial.
I'm sure Siri wouldn't give you an answer that you would want anyway.
No, she'd give you a link to a Reddit page. I hate it when she does that.
Here
Or
you
she'll
go.
tell me I'm driving and I can't answer that right now. I'm like, Alexa answers me.
Yeah, she does. And if anything, she listens to you more.
Yeah.
And it gives you more notifications.
Yeah,
But
kinda creepy.
a different robot for a different time.
That's right, she didn't pick up.
Yeah.
She's all the way in
Yeah,
there.
she's in the kitchen.
Yeah.
She's behind a picture frame. It's fine.
Lurking.
Yeah.
She's the ultimate lurker.
Listening.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so we've made it past peonies.
Mm-hmm.
and campanula.
Mm-hmm.
I could talk about 3 other flowers in my mind that I love that I wait for every single year. But what do you two have?
Where are we? So you're talking after peony?
Yeah, and kind of around campanula, after campanula a
Just
little bit.
spring in general.
I love irises.
I was
love
gonna
our
say iris.
Yeah, I love the Dutch
Interesting.
iris and the allium.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
We've always done really, or you both have done really well with that.
I love those flowers.
Mhm.
I mean, they are just,
Mhm.
that
I
was
love the
one of
fancy
the
ones.
core
Yes.
staple. Iris were one of the first things I was like, I'm growing that. Because I always knew that it could,
Mhm.
you know? And I want to clarify, not the bearded iris.
No.
The bearded iris are not good cut flowers
No.
because of the way they bloom. They
Yeah.
bloom up the stem. It's like every other day you get
Mhm.
a different one, and the
Mhm.
one that's left is
Yeah.
like,
Kind of like gladiolas.
I was gonna say it's very similar to gladiolas, but
Yeah.
gladiolas are a little bit better.
Yeah.
I feel like the bearded iris, they
brown.
brown really, really, really fast,
Mhm.
and the stretch from the bottom flower to the top of the stem is like a foot and a half.
Hey guys, Lizzie here. I bet you didn't know this about me, but I am gluten-free, and one of the things that I struggle with is going to the grocery store and finding the foods that fit my dietary needs. What I have been doing for the past couple of months is ordering from Hungry Root. Now, Hungry Root is an online company where you can order groceries off of their website. It's full of produce, crackers, cookies, to muffins, to meats, and all the different types of snacks and things like that. They have made my life so much easier in the process of finding foods that fit my dietary needs. There are filters that you can adjust, such as non-GMO, dairy-free, gluten-free, paleo, different preferences and things like that. So what they have done for us, because they're such a generous company, the Hungry Root team has given us a 40% off discount code on your first box. So if you use the code FLOWER40, and that's capital FLOWER 40 at checkout, you will get 40% off your first box. I'm so excited to team up with these guys. They've made such an impact on my life in the morning and to my day-to-day life, and I hope you experience the exact same thing that I do. All of the information will be linked down below, including the link to where it should already be pre-applied to your cart when you hit the link and go to their website, and I will also add the code at the bottom for easy access in our show notes. I hope you guys have a wonderful day and enjoy your first box through Hungry Root.
so I feel like iris are beautiful, and there's so many different uses for them.
I really like the yellow ones.
They're
You're gonna be so happy with the colors I picked this year. Mhm. And we won't just have the regular purple and the regular yellow. We have the one variety is bronze something.
Okay.
I can't remember. So they're
Mhm.
like they're bronzy. They're pretty. And then red ember is the other one, and they're like pinky red. They're pretty.
Mhm.
I'm
Oh,
so
yeah, I can't
excited.
wait. I'm ready to like. When I can get here. Yeah. I feel like
Mhm.
we've had a couple different varieties of allium too. Not a
Mhm.
ton, but they help.
No.
They're still a focal flower, even though it's just a ball with tons of little flowers. It's like
Yeah.
a big fat dandelion.
No. We're growing white ones this year.
Mhm.
I hope they do well.
I hope they do well, but I hope they don't look like chives.
Yeah. Mhm.
And I think we've also realized that daffodils aren't as risky and air quote dangerous as a lot of florists have made it sound. We've mixed them with other flowers. We cut them in their own buckets. They ooze. They're weird slime syrup crap that is so gross. Um, and we put them in the cooler and they last. That's daffodils around the farm because they multiply. Are probably one of the first things that we willingly will go out, grab the gator, and cut outside.
Mhm.
Outside of the hoop house.
Yeah.
I mean, like, outside.
Yeah.
Like, Nicole goes out and cuts.
Mhm.
Sorry,
I think we're
Nicole.
I think we're all like itching to
Yeah.
go and like be outside.
Yeah, like the ones in the woods.
I was gonna say we put a ton in the woods.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
My
more
favorite
colors
is
this year too.
the baby ones. They're my favorite. They're so cute and
Mhm.
small.
We're gonna have white ones with a peach center this year. Mhm.
Interesting.
Mhm.
I've seen them before. I haven't we
There's
don't
actually
have
a lot of varieties of daffodils.
Yeah.
Like in all fairness.
Mm-hmm.
And I know we're like out of order and we've gone back to early spring, but
But I mean, thinking of the process of what we have, I mean, it's what comes out first. And if they're on the south side, it comes like a month before the rest of them come, which is perfect.
Mm-hmm.
fascinating.
Yeah.
And they dry really well. We found that out this year too. They keep their color really well.
Mhm.
Take a little while, but
Kind of like
Yeah.
ranunculus. I feel like
Mhm.
ranunculus take a little bit, but
Mhm.
they end up drying out at some point.
Yeah.
The other flowers that we were talking about before dahlias, we were in like spring, right?
Mhm.
Mhm.
So I know you guys hate it so
God.
much. I love the pink Colorado yarrow with
Oh.
the different colors and like the bright magentas and the once they're completely open, but like the peach, the creamy yellow, the hot pink, like I love it. I love it. I think it smells good. I love it. I know you guys hate it, but like specifically the patch next to
The eucalyptus.
yeah, the ones out in the perennials.
Really?
The ones next to the
They did them last
eucalyptus
year.
are a lot more pink.
And like
The ones
peach.
out.
The ones
Yeah.
out there are like peachy.
Yeah.
Interesting.
hmm
Interesting.
I like the colors. I just hate growing it.
I just hate that it's so invasive.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and we didn't know.
No.
Yeah. It definitely does take up space of other flowers that could be blooming
Mhm.
by like a long shot.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you can tell in the spring whose flowers are their favorite because whoever runs to them first to go cut them is their favorite. Kenley's like, oh, go out and cut campanula. I'm like, like sure.
Campanula and iris are probably my two like top.
Yeah.
Iris are so satisfying to cut.
Uh-huh. You
They're
just
so satisfying.
you cut it at the base of the ground, like you cut it at the base of its stem, like at the ground, and
Yeah.
you peel a couple leaves off, and you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then your bucket's full in like
Yeah.
10 minutes.
And there's nothing sticky, spiky,
No.
yucky.
I think the most labor intensive are tulips because we have to pull the whole thing, and it's but we'll save that for the
That's
other
a
podcast.
whole podcast.
There's a whole blog on it too that we'll be putting out eventually.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
tulips are the most labor intensive.
Yeah. One of my new favorites though, specifically in the spring, is the lupine because we had that last year. I took off all the time. I was like, I'll go out. I'll out there with my bucket, and I would
I
just
come running up behind her because I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to cut some too.
coming.
So on our farm, our flowers are in two blocks.
Yeah.
We have the annuals and we have the perennials.
Mhm.
And all the time, most of the time I would come out later. I'm sorry because I was usually doing.
Yeah.
I'm
I was
kidding.
usually doing something else or just a slacker. But I would go out and I would be like, where is everybody? And a good portion of us would be in the annuals out cutting, and you'd hear and that was and I was like, okay, Kenley and Lizzie, they're out in the
Yeah. Yeah. I definitely run to the peonies for sure. Without a doubt. I'm like,
Mhm.
I'm coming. I'll go get the peonies. I'm like, oh, don't worry about them. I'll just get the peonies. What I hate to cut though are snaps because
Really?
because sometimes the little leaves don't come off in one fell swoop. And
They
you have to
piss me
strip
off
them
too.
multiple.
Uh-huh.
Like Anna Javita can
I love cutting
take care of that.
snapdragons. I didn't know that.
Unless they're the candy apple ones or the roughly ones, but
Yeah.
sometimes they frustrate me. I'm like, I'm done. I don't want to cut anymore.
Interesting.
Yeah, no. A lot of the times, and even somebody, I can't remember who it was last year, kept breaking their heads off because trying to hold the stem and pull to get all of them off at once, kept snapping their heads off.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Because then if you're too strong, you have to sit there, hold the top.
Yeah.
Put your clippers, at least I do, put your clippers of the little holder on your pinky finger and sit and break off all the little teeny tiny little leaves. Because if you put it in the water, then the water gets gross and they start to mold and it's a whole
And I feel
thing.
like their leaves are like,
Slimy.
yeah,
Yes.
it's
Yeah.
very slimy.
Wear your gloves if you're ever cutting anything.
Uh-huh.
Wear your gloves. Yeah.
Most of the time. There's a couple things once in a while that snapdragons, when I cut those, I don't wear gloves.
Ew.
So maybe that's the difference for me.
Really?
Well, if you're wearing gloves, it's
Weirdo.
slipperier. I am weird. Everybody knows I'm weird.
They stain my fingers green for like a week.
Everything stains my
Yeah.
fingers.
The only thing that I really love to not cut with gloves on is straw flower.
Oh, I hate it.
Really?
I hate.
Those are worse.
Yeah, I hate cutting
I
straw
just, I
flower.
like the smell of them.
Straw flower?
Really?
I don't know if I've ever like
Sniff
taken
them?
Yeah.
No, I love the smell of them. I don't know why. When specifically the ones that were clean in the hoop house the one year where they just bloomed from May until November.
Yeah. I don't
that
know
was
what was up
crazy.
with that.
We would cut and then we'd go back the next day and they'd have like more shoots.
300 more.
Yeah, we're like, okay. It's
Yeah.
usually not what happens, but
No.
all
No,
right.
normally there's a break when it's really, really hot
But
and
they
they stop
just
producing,
Yeah.
Going.
especially in a hoop house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But we did have shade cloth on it, so I don't know if that
True.
had something to do with it, but it
Mhm.
still was hot.
I feel
don't-
like even
don't
with the
know.
shade cloth, it's hotter than what it would be outside.
100%.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It was a
100%.
weird year, but it worked.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to summer. Like
Wait,
summer.
I forgot one.
What?
God, what's
Feverfew.
Oh.
Love feverfew.
Yeah.
we were just talking about that today.
Mhm.
So we'll let you in on a little secret. We're going to succession plant that and try to get three sections from it.
We're going to try. I don't
Can
know
you
how-
get it to come back after it's too hot?
Not to come back, but if you plant it later,
Yeah.
it'll
So
make it
do a
push
late spring
later.
planting of it. Like the late spring planting we do of everything, just add that into the rotation to hope to get a next like push of it.
because that would help us. I feel
Mhm.
like that time of year, it's that weird transition time where we need,
It's a lull.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that would really, really help during that time of year.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that's cool about feverfew is it's pressable.
Mhm.
I mean, that is phenomenal for pressing.
People love it.
And it's also dyeable. Like it really, like that one's really easy if you're doing a craft or something like that to hit with the florist spray. And you can change the color of them.
Interesting. I don't think I've ever done that.
Little mini
No.
daisies. Megan
No.
does them sometimes.
Also
Yeah.
edible, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Feverfew.
Mhm.
It was used to reduce fevers. I'm not trying to be stupid, but like
Mhm.
that's what it was used for. It was
Yep.
used to make a tincture or a tea or
Mhm.
something like that. So
Mhm.
medicinally,
Yeah.
that's what it
We
was
should do a
used for.
podcast on what flowers used to be used for before they like flowers became like huge cut stuff.
Mhm.
Agreed.
Yeah, it'd be
Agreed.
cool.
Not that there were like crazy professionals in like home care and holistic stuff, but
No.
it's something that we believe in,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Also,
for sure. But it's always that weird, like you're not supposed to talk about it because then you're
No.
endorsing it, and then
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
I just,
We're not selling it.
no.
And we're not selling our
I'm not
seeds.
encouraging it. I'm not
No.
writing a book on it. I'm not any of that.
It's history. That's all it is history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, technically it's an herb,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but now
I mean,
it's categorized as like,
Yeah.
Yeah. Penicillin did come from bread, right?
Mold.
yes.
From mold. From
Yeah.
the bread.
Yeah, but like, okay, so you want to go there, think about Native Americans, and they used to have to try to fix things without all of pharma that we have
Mhm.
today.
Mhm.
You know, willow
Yeah.
is salicylic acid,
Mhm.
which is a pain reducer. It's an anti-inflammatory.
Mhm.
So like, there's a lot of things that come from a lot of different things. Dandelions used to be
Mhm.
cultivated.
And didn't you do stuff with roots and people's hearts and like dandelion root is good for your heart and
Yeah.
everything?
People make tea from it,
Mhm.
and it's really like there's so many flowers that have medicinal uses that have just been like erased from history.
Especially if you do it from home.
Yeah.
Mhm. I think
Do your research. Just do your research.
and triple check. But
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing
And
with
if
the
your yard is
dandelion,
treated, don't do the ones in your yard.
No.
Natural. Natural.
I think my favorite thing with the dandelion is in the spring, Cora always forgets.
That they're not edible.
She runs up to the flower head and just gets a whole. And then she's like trying to get it out of her mouth.
Tora.
Yeah. He's like, I'm sleeping.
What are you doing?
You
She's
have
sleeping right
issues.
now.
He does have issues.
Yeah, she's crazy.
Mm.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
summer. What are our summer?
Adorado.
God bless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that's Lizzie's favorite.
Do you really? See,
I
I hate
do.
cutting that one.
Not. I don't mind cutting it.
Yeah. I don't know what it is. It drives me crazy.
But I
Mhm.
also love gomphrena, but I hate cutting it, especially if it's dry in the morning, because then all of the stuff flies and it gets all over your skin. And I've had many times where I've started to itch the fuck out of my neck because I can just feel it like on my face. I'm like, get it off.
You're like, it's
Yeah.
touching me.
Yeah.
I like celosia. I love Bombay celosia.
Hot take, I kind of hate celosia, all varieties of it.
Well, I feel like we
Yeah.
plant so much of it.
Yeah.
It's just so overused and it's messy and
It's messy.
the bugs eat it like after it's dried.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. All the
Mhm.
seeds that
Yeah.
drop all the places.
Yeah.
In all the cracks.
I will say I do love the little purple tipped ones. You know what I'm talking about?
Ruby Parfait.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my favorite celosia. And I know you like the coxcomb, and there was a tiny patch of like
Bombay
peach
celosia.
and fluffy, and that was a really fun one. They're fun, they're beautiful. There's a lot of cool stuff that you can get from celosia, but
Yeah.
it's kind of easy. Now are we getting into like hot summer or like after?
Summer.
Just
Okay.
summer in general.
Yeah.
I really like gladiolas.
Yeah,
I
I
love
think
it.
gladiolas are my favorite.
I like them. I like picking them all by myself in the morning, early before anybody's like really there, because the hummingbirds love them,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and they'll come in and they'll just be all around you.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's just amazing
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
stand in a patch of them
Mhm.
and hear all those hummingbirds.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. They have a distinctive hum.
Oh,
Like I
yeah.
feel like each insect has a hum, and then
Mhm.
the hummingbird comes in, and I'm always like, do I run?
You're like, am I gonna
It
die?
always takes me a second to realize that it's a hummingbird because I'm like, I'm about to get attacked by a big ass freaking bee.
Yeah, because I feel like bees when they fly by us, it's a very like meow, like in out kind of thing.
Yeah, it's a higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, or if they're hovering, it's a hovering like buzzing sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if it's a hummingbird, I feel like it's a constant like start stop because that's how they fly.
Come up. And then
Yeah,
they
and they
up
come up
go.
and check you out and they zoom fly away again.
But so do cicada killers.
Yeah.
They do that same thing. So that's why I'm like all by myself, nobody around. That way I can listen.
Mhm.
So sounds so stupid, but I want to listen for what the hell's out there with me.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Liza's like, oh, do you mind watering the dahlias tonight? I'm like, no, please don't make me. The cicada killers love to dig in that dirt in the dahlias.
So soft.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
They can make their tunnels.
Yeah. And then watching them just murder cicadas and drag them into their homes.
Yeah, because we'll stand in the middle of the field and you'll hear like I don't know if any of you have ever heard a cicada fall or hit the ground, but it sounds like a bird,
It does.
and then it freaks out like it's constantly hitting the ground and you don't know what's happening, and then you look and the cicada is just being mauled by this bee. I'm like, I'm just stand right here and you can eat your breakfast.
Please don't sting me.
Uh-huh.
No.
Please
Please
don't
don't hurt
sting me.
me.
Yeah.
No.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Although they may be scary, I don't think any of us have been stung by a cicada killer.
Not us. Some other folks have been.
Okay.
But I don't know if that's because they don't know what to look out for.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like you just gently like kind of start to step away and let them do their thing and
Yeah.
move on.
Smile and nod, boys.
Mhm.
Smile and
Yeah.
nod.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's
the European hornets we've had issues with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ugly yellow dudes.
Yeah, they're
Mhm.
kind of a lot.
I don't know. What's one of your favorite summer flowers other than gladiolus? I love her big
This is her thinking face. I'm gonna jump in.
Uh-huh.
I love our cactus zinnias.
Really, you're a cactus zinnia person.
100%.
Huh.
If somebody says go cut zinnias, that's the first patch I go to.
Interesting.
I just think they're so different and they're fluffier and they're a zinnia, which everybody knows, but they're not a typical zinnia.
Mhm.
I think they have more wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love the big, fat, round zinnias. Like that one year where it was like they just kept growing and they were so tall.
And I think they were taller than you that year.
Yeah, absolutely. Just because of the water that we had in the rain. Like, oh my
That's the
gosh.
celosia. We had to go and get more posts that were higher because they were pulling it over.
Yeah.
Like it was just
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're beautiful. But I love the terracotta, like kind of green zinnias. Like that. Yeah. It's my
Those are what you like. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I don't know. I feel like everybody's already listed my favorite summer flowers. I love gladiolas.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Zinnias are always awesome. I'm trying to think.
I do like amaranth for its dramatic.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like
Yes.
how dramatic it
Yeah,
is.
for the
but
shape of it.
it definitely reaches a point then when it's kind of like, okay, I'm over you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because then it gets too big to function with.
Yeah.
Which makes sense of why people use it as a crop, because if you just let it go, it just blooms and does its thing,
Yeah.
and it
Yeah.
can not fall over, but it trails over as long as you kind of want it to until you're ready to cut it.
Yeah.
So
No, I don't know. I'm definitely a spring flower girl.
Yeah.
Over
Kenley
summer.
has turned me. Usually it's summer, but yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we would be remiss in not mentioning a sunflower when you're talking about a summer flower.
But it's not our favorite, if we're being honest.
No, I know it's not our favorite,
just
but from a profit standpoint, it blooms every 60 days. There's a ton of varieties. It's super easy. The cheap seed,
Yeah.
like it germinates.
Yeah.
I mean,
Everybody's always looking for it too. But
Yeah.
just from we always like to try and grow the cool, new, unique varieties. And then it's just like, oh yeah, we're such a cool, we don't grow common stuff. And then there's a patch of sunflowers. We're like, yep, we're back in the basics.
Yeah, pretty much. I think another thing that we have started to do that we were able to play with a little bit last year, I guess you could say it was more of a summer flower. If I was going to say this 2 years ago, I would have told you that you were lying, and I wouldn't have said it. I really like our roses
Yeah.
a lot, but because they're different.
they're garden roses.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're not like
What your grandma has in her garden.
Yeah.
They're
like,
not the long stem.
they're really mean, but they're really pretty. Like, we need extra thick gloves. Extra thick gloves, but
Yeah.
they're
They'll
just
bite you.
No, weeding them is not fun.
Uh-uh.
You trying to water them?
Uh-uh.
No. They're beautiful.
They're
They
very
are.
beautiful. I was gonna say roses, but I wasn't sure. So I was like, do they technically bloom in the summer? Are they more fall?
And I feel like what's so different with what we grow is how much they smell.
Yeah.
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 Oh,
Mhm.
their scent
They
is
don't
just
smell. I feel like whenever I think of things that smell like rose, it's like your grandmother's perfume. Or if you ever did ballet, the ballet powder that they gave you as a kid, like that is the typical rose smelling scent. And these are just
Sweet. I don't know how else to
Yeah,
explain
I
it.
was gonna say magical.
Yeah.
They have more of a candy base
I was gonna
tone
say
to
you
them.
want to eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
They don't taste.
Sorry.
They don't smell straight up. Oh, it smells like a rose. Yeah. And there's a couple other things sometimes that actually smell really good. And we're like, I don't know that smell.
Yeah.
Like,
Stock.
yeah,
I know we're jumping back to spring, but stock is another one that smells
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah. Super spicy and kind of smells like broccoli, but I think broccoli smells good. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Hello. What was I thinking? Bells of Ireland.
Oh yeah.
When they grow correctly and they're not burnt.
So hard to do it right.
So they're another one that's like, oh
Yeah, and the best crops that we ever had were the accidental ones in the hoop house.
Yeah.
Which doesn't make sense to me because they don't like being really, really hot. I don't it.
They were living their best life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were 3 foot tall. They were gorgeous.
They were massive.
Yeah.
They were in the back of Hoop House 1, correct?
Yeah.
Before we
Because they get
converted
shade.
it.
They got shade. Bet you they would do great in the back of Hoop House 2.
Yeah.
Hoop House 1 is the most shaded. That's why.
Mental note.
Yeah.
At Kinley.
Tapping my fingers, starting to plan.
Yeah, maybe.
Like, interesting.
Because I guess they would be more protected.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would say because shade hits those hoop houses midday. In the winter it hits at midday.
Yeah.
Tell me about it.
Yeah.
Summer.
In the back.
Yeah.
In the front, we're good.
Yeah.
That would definitely be really, really helpful. I missed them last year.
Yeah.
They're sharp as fuck, but
Yeah. We had a couple, but then it got really hot really fast.
Yeah. It was like those 4 days of 90 in May. Everything was like, oh my God, I'm dead.
Yeah.
You're like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Really?
And then it went back down to 70s.
Hubs.
I know.
It was like that this fall. We had 2 days of what? 13 degrees. It was like 60,
Beautiful,
70
beautiful
something.
fall.
Dropped to like winter frigid temperatures like they are now, and then everything was gone.
Yeah,
And we still had
done.
weddings. And if that one night didn't happen, our whole field would have still
I
been
think
blooming.
what
Yeah.
was the most
Probably until
amazing,
like Christmas maybe?
yeah,
Yeah, pretty
was
much.
the most amazing thing to go see the next day, because normally there's a wind down.
Dahlias were so sad.
Well, it's a wind down. Normally it's kind of like you can tell it's coming, you can tell it's
Yeah.
coming, everything starts to slow down, but this was like a hard stop.
Yeah.
You're like,
And we
you're
went
done.
out and the stems had split
Uh-huh.
on so many of the varieties.
Mhm.
They had just split wide open.
Mhm.
I was like, oh, you're dead. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Okay, so fall. Let's do fall.
Dahlias.
Now we do grow them from spring through summer to fall, but they do the best in the fall. So that's why
Yeah.
we didn't see anything yet.
Yeah, we get like 2 weeks of them blooming in the spring, then it gets too hot, have to cut them back, keep watering them, and then they bloom again in the fall.
Mhm.
Very prolifically.
Yeah. Yeah. Very, very.
You guys are all dahlias. I love the asters.
Really?
I love those little asters. I think they're just happy little flowers.
Yeah.
They're sturdy.
Yeah, they're
Very
sturdy.
sturdy.
They've got strong heads. They come in a variety of colors. I feel like they come in that other weird part of the year where it's like I'm so tired of looking at zinnias. I want something different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they come in and they're just, I don't know, I like them.
Mhm.
I really like them. I think they're a cool flower.
They were tall for us this year too.
Yeah.
They were like a good
Yeah.
cut
I like
centers
the
out and they're
light purple ones.
yes.
Mhm.
Anything like purple I love.
Yeah.
I have to tell myself when I'm ordering stuff, I'm like, I can't just choose purple.
Yeah.
Like,
Because most of the time it's not up to us. It's up to brides and what people want.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
sometimes it is.
I was gonna say, there's a couple things that Lizzie's like, can you just sneak a couple in
Yeah,
for
I
me?
always
I'm
want
like,
like one
yeah.
or two. We'll ration them out.
Well, that kind of happened with our with our order. So all of the Gerber daisies that you guys picked out, you're like, oh yeah, we Kenley sent some questions. They're like, okay, cool, it's all ordered.
Yeah, I sent him a question. I was like, hey, like, I saw your email about the Gerbers. Like, do we order them through you guys? Do I need to go to your website and find them? Like, how does it happen? And she emailed us back and was like, yeah, they're ordered. I was like, oh.
Bam, done.
Yeah, so you're going to have Gerbers this year.
Yay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have
It'll
to
be
order
pretty.
pots.
Huh? We'll have to order bigger pots, but not huge. I think they like to be a little more root bound.
Say,
Well, we don't have to order them because they're in the shed. We get all those pots.
are they
Yeah.
deep enough, do you think? Okay.
Yeah. Gerbers are not super shallow. Or they are shallow. They're not super deep.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, even in some of the videos of the wholesale growing and stuff like that, they're not like in the ground. They're on tables.
Yeah.
Tables and stuff.
Kind of fascinating. I feel like since we're talking about fall, we definitely would be remiss if we didn't mention something about mums.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, yeah, okay. We talked about mums.
Mums are another one where we're tired of looking at you.
Yeah.
Please,
Yeah.
please go somewhere.
They feel like they're so overused.
Yeah. And not technically a flower, but grasses. We use the crap out of grasses.
Yeah, we do. Yeah, specifically if they're asked for. And if it's just like a fall thing, but some people we've had to ask, like, do you want grasses? And people are like, no. And there's people like, oh, I didn't think about that. And they
Yeah.
want
There's
like
so many different textures.
tons.
Mhm.
And we're lucky because of where we are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
Fall, Solidago.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, that's awesome.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's
that
one of my
is
favorite.
luck of Mother Nature.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's a good one.
That's incredible.
That's a
Yeah.
really good
Love
one.
that.
Another thing we haven't mentioned is our eucalyptus. It's not a flower, but it goes in
Mom's favorite.
everything.
Everything.
It does. Yeah, we've learned that people can be allergic to it. And I have learned to hate it. I love it because of what it does. I hate the smell of eucalyptus. I
It
hate
smells
it.
like cat pee.
Yeah, I can't do it.
What? I'm with her.
Yeah, like
Uh-huh.
fake scent, like shower steamer stuff from like other places,
Ew.
and I can't do
Absolutely
it.
not.
It just like candles and
Uh-huh.
mm-mm.
Now, I have
let me
like
roll in it.
a eucalyptus like bathroom spray thing. Every time PJ uses it, I like want to gag.
I can't do it.
I
No.
think it's funny though. There's definitely been times. There was one weekend in particular where I cut buckets and buckets and buckets. Like I spent hours out cutting eucalyptus, and it was so impregnated in my hands. Literally, I woke up through, and I washed
I
my
remember
hands
you talking about
multiple
that.
times. But everybody's like, "Are you okay?" I was like, "I didn't sleep well." They're like, "What's wrong?" I was like, "I kept waking up because I smell the eucalyptus on my hands."
Yeah.
It was so strong,
Mhm.
and that's another one I don't want to wear gloves for.
Ew.
Like it just, I have to feel it.
I
Like it's
can't.
No.
Mm.
I freak out if I don't wear gloves when I cut it. If I forget my gloves, I will walk all the way back from the field to the barn to get my gloves.
Yeah, absolutely. Or we'll get someone else that's wearing gloves. Be like, hey, can you cut this? Because we don't have our gloves.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to sound so mean. If I'm having a really bad day and I know it would just push me over the edge, I ask the girls to cut it.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Hey, 2 buckets, please."
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Mhm.
And I always feel guilty cutting it because I always feel like everybody wants to cut it.
No.
I'm going to take that guilt right
Yeah,
off the
no.
table.
No, and I always end up cutting it towards the end of the season because I'm taller and I can reach the ones that are 12
She's
foot
out
in the
there
air.
hacking them.
Yes.
Kelly's like, just cut them off. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
You come back, they're 6 feet tall.
I say I come back and the bucket's like half tipped over because it won't they're so thick stemmed and heavy.
Yeah.
They won't stay.
No,
Oh my
I'm like,
gosh.
people are gonna think there's like a monster in the eucalyptus because it just
There's just
gets
there's
pulled
a
down.
eucalyptus in my boot.
Oh my gosh.
land.
Well, I definitely think this is probably one of the longest episodes we've ever done.
It's fair though.
It's fine.
It's all about flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is.
All the
No,
seasons.
and I love
Yeah.
how in the beginning you're like, no, just 10 flowers overall. I think we talked about 10 from each season.
Yeah, I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to cut it
Yeah.
down. Like, how do you cut it down?
Yeah.
How do you cut it down?
Yeah, our dahlias definitely save our butt in the fall.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Without a doubt.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure. So, in cutting it down, what we have taken the time to put together is our top 10 cut flower list. That will be a freebie that will be coming out that
Mhm.
we've worked on.
I'm gonna say woohoo.
Yep. Yep. We've worked very, very hard on it.
Mhm.
Really, really, really hard.
A lot of hours spent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of time, a lot of thought, a lot of making sure we had the right pictures and just the right feel
And the right information.
A lot of everybody asking each other, like, what about this? Well, what about that?
Yeah. Yeah, the questions and the concern and the but I don't know, but how much, but what if and not enough and
yeah.
Yeah, because me and Liza look at it from a growing standpoint, and Lizzie and Nicole look at it from, well, these grow well, but they don't arrange well. Like how to, yeah.
And they may not arrange well, but then we may use them for farmers market
Mhm.
because they last better. Like
Mhm.
there's so many different perspectives.
yeah,
Mhm.
so many layers of stuff.
Yeah.
So
sure.
many.
So the freebie looks at flowers from every lens that you could look at it from.
Mhm.
It's awesome.
Absolutely.
I know, I'm so excited. I can't wait for everybody to see it. I want to put it everywhere. And yeah.
You guys, as our podcast people, will have first access to it like we did. Like we did for our other freebie.
Yep.
So you guys will have first access to it because you are our best friend.
Yeah, you're a family. Or a flower family.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So
So thank you guys for taking about an hour of your time, even if it is split up into different pieces, to hear us talk about flowers and life and how they act. And I don't think anything could be more true than the Alice in Wonderland opening to the old Alice in Wonderland Disney movie where the dandelions are are roaring and growling, and they all have their own personalities. And are the iris are the ones that are singing,
ooh, I haven't seen it in a long time.
and then
I'll
there's
have
a
to
white
look.
one that's the queen
pretty
and
princess.
sitting and singing, and but that's what I picture. Like, yeah,
100%.
yeah,
100%.
yeah,
That's what life is.
yeah. Flowers are our lives. which I'm not complaining about. But thank you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful morning, day, afternoon, lunch break, workout, drive to the grocery store, doctor's appointment, wherever it may be, running an errand, and it's split up into 4 different sessions. However, thank you guys, and we will talk to you next week. Bye.
Hey guys, just dropping a line to tell you about Patreon.
So I asked them, meaning Mom and Amber, what is Patreon anyway? Because I honestly had no idea. So we're going to explain it to you from our perspective so that you understand and so that I understand.
Because the first time I saw it, I was like, Patron? We're drinking tequila? Great. So Patreon is for less than a cup of coffee, those fancy coffees that y'all like, a day, you can sign up to become one of our members.
A little family.
Exactly. And what does that get us?
It gets us some freebies, some special episodes that other people do not get access to. You can interact with us on a special platform where we can ask you questions and interact with you. It's tons of fun.
Mm-hmm. And even on those special episodes, we might be less censored than we are already. And we're going to have a couple fun ones that we can just kind of throw in there and talk about and laugh and go on tangents and have fun. So I hope that you all enjoy it because we're going to have fun along the way. We're crazy, crazy, crazy excited.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Back to the episode now.
Yeah.
Bye.
Gracias.